Friends, we are right now of cars, and it's Parmer Event Center, and we are just going to enter, and then so we have to get ticket first.
Well, SLAMMEDENUF as a company started back in 2011 by several people, and they started very humbly with maybe 50, 60 cars, and then over a time span of several years it has grown to what it is now. It started in Memphis, Tennessee in a very small parking lot, and now we're here. So it started off with one show in 2011, and here we are in 2019 with about 8 or 9 shows. We are on our second to last stop. Our last stop is in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is our biggest show, which is a 2-day show. So,
in what town in Tennessee is that?
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg,
yes, sir. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's kind of our crown jewel show. It's pretty much the best of the best. So we have over 500 applicants, and only about 150 to 200 get chosen that weekend.
And what's your take on the Austin show? How would you characterize?
I'm extremely excited to be in Texas because Texas has a different style, a different feel. It's not any worse or any better. It's just a different take, and I love it. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I don't really get to see Texas cars. I see all these cars online, but I never really get to see them in person. So I've been blessed to actually come out to Texas. This is my second time. I was in Houston earlier this year, and some of these cars are familiar, but I've never seen any of these cars in person yet. So.
I was born in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah. So I mean, Texas, everything's just a little bigger in Texas. You guys are a little bit more prideful here, but for all good reason. Like all these cars are gorgeous, so it's fantastic.
They really are. How many cars do you have here?
I believe we have about 200, I believe, indoors, and then there's another 100 to 150 more outside. I haven't been outside yet, so I don't know.
I noticed up in the parking garage a lot of really fine cars.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of people walking up looking at them. Are they also a part of the show?
They're not. Those are just people that either just come to the show as a spectator or they didn't get in. But there's so many people here. So
and they were all parked together, I noticed.
Yep.
And so it must be like a fringe of the festival.
Exactly.
So to speak.
Exactly. Friends of friends, and even passerbyers. They'll see that we're having a show, and they'll just come in and stop by. So.
Do you have some of the same cars repeating in every show?
No.
Never.
No.
Never. One shot per car.
Well, no. I mean, I've seen like more on the East Coast where I'm familiar with. I'll see some of the same cars, but here in Texas, I have not seen the same car.
No kidding.
No, not at all.
So there's a bunch of them.
Even if it's the same car, it's completely redone. So the same car never looks the same.
Oh wow. So they keep redoing the same vehicle sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean, as an enthusiast, I know, like I don't like to be boring, and I'm always changing up my setup. So.
And it's not just about the mechanics; it's about the appearance.
There's some very fast cars here. I grew up in a drag racing background, so there are cars here that are actually faster than your standard muscle cars. Like there's a car here. It's what I love about the car scene nowadays. It's not just one or the other. But I have to get back to work now. I'm so sorry.
No, thank you for your time.
We got it. You got it. Are you Kristen Jordan? Yeah. All right. Are you Jordan? Yeah. All right. If you hang tight by that table, I'm gonna bring up the next one.
Real quick, let me get your name.
Guys, you see the people having fun up here.
On my way home, I saw
It's a very nice event for Austin, in the Austin, for the Austin.
I'm losing it.
Yeah, Burton Hughes.
Burton.
Like the
B-U-R-T-O-N.
Yeah, like the snowboard company.
Like the actor Richard Burton.
Exactly.
Is your wife's name Elizabeth?
No.
No. All
Her
right.
middle name is though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My mother and my daughter also Elizabeth.
Oh, okay, cool.
So my
Yeah.
favorite woman's name. Okay, so talk to us about this amazing thing. You guys are from Texas.
Yep, Dallas, Texas. You don't see. So obviously the Bentley GT Coupe is pretty iconic. It's been a very popular car, but you just don't see someone take it, put nice wheels, and modify them. So a couple years
Why
ago,
is that, Burton?
I'm not
Why
sure.
do you not see that?
I'm not
happening?
sure. I mean, when I bought the car, everyone was like, "Why'd you buy a grandpa car?" I'm like, "You guys are crazy." It's a great
On
car.
behalf of all grandpas, thank you.
I support the car. Yeah,
You want us to walk around the car?
yeah, yeah.
And how long have you had this?
I got the car in February. Pretty much as soon as I got it, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. So what you'll notice underneath, you got it cut down. I put the Starlight headliner so it looks like the Galaxy underneath there.
Look at
Hopefully
this.
you can get a good shot.
Look at this, Fadidi.
Just watch hitting it on my car.
Look at that. Yeah, go inside and get the whole thing. How did you do that? What's the process
They
of this?
took the whole, basically the whole headliner out of the car, and there's thousands of those, basically those
Points of
fibers.
light?
Yeah, and they just weave them through.
Weave them through.
Yeah, they manually, each and every one of those is punctured, it's punched through.
Oh, and
Yeah.
look, they even change intensity.
Yeah,
They-
there's liner here.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I brought it. Yeah.
Is there any place in the car where this does not stay overhead somewhere? Is it under the car?
No, not
You
under
have
the
to
car.
work under the car.
Yeah.
Do you have a Starliner head?
That would be a good idea. Maybe we do that.
Let's move to the other side and see what we can find over there.
So one cool thing is I'm sponsored by Infinite Works Wheels. Notice these hardware looks gold. It's because it is. It's 24 karat gold hardware. So each and every one of those is actually really real gold. Yeah. Real subtle, but really cool. Yeah.
Oh my word, Burton.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. We are at the SLAMMEDENUF car show in Austin, Texas. And for those of you that wonder what SLAMMEDENUF means, it refers to the ability of a car to be lowered as far as possible to the ground. When it can go all the way to the ground, it's slammed enough. And so here we are at the SLAMMEDENUF show. We can edit those things out. We'll fix it in the mix. Now bring that up close to you there.
Gotcha.
And I am talking with Daniel Fadidi, and his car is right behind us. And I'm going to, before we do the reveal, I want you to tell us the make, model, etc.
It's a 2003 Infiniti G35 Coupe.
A 2003
Yes,
16-year-old car.
yes.
Okay. Well, it looks like it just rolled off the floor.
That's a goal.
Well,
That's a goal.
mission accomplished. All right, so we're going to step aside here, and Fadidi, if you'll come down and get the license plate, THICCG.
PC is for clean culture. So clean
Oh,
culture
sure,
is our
the
crew.
the car crew.
Right. And
Right.
then the G is the G35. So
Ah.
it's the CC G35. So
The I is what?
right. So also it's like a double meaning thing.
Okay.
So the whole car is wide bodied.
Oh,
So it's thicker than it was before. So that's the kind of play on words, as it's thick.
oh, it's wider.
It's
than,
thick. Yes,
than
it's wider than
out of the factory.
Yeah. So it's wider than the factory.
That's
So
great.
that's a kind of play on words.
Well, come on around and show us. Now, first, I want everybody, I want the viewers. Danny Fadadi.
Instagram.
Danny Fadadi.
That's my Instagram name.
That's your Instagram
They can
name,
get
sure.
people-
and do
people
not
want-
people call you Danny, perhaps, at
call me
work or
Danny,
something?
yep,
Yeah.
yep, they call
All
me
right.
Danny.
And so tell us, you drive this.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to get us to stop for just. Most of these cars get very little street life. Is that correct or not? Do most of these get used by their owners?
Yeah, these all cars, they're all driven in here. So they all.
Is that right? None
yeah.
of them were trucked in.
No, well, not
Or at
some
least
of them. Some of them, yes.
maybe 1% or
Because-
something.
Yeah, right. Because some of these cars, people have spent so much time and money on them that they don't want to drive them long trips. because they might get bugs on the front,
Sure,
or get
sure.
rock chips,
Mess up the paint job.
mess up the paint job. So some people that came from out of town, let's say from Dallas or Houston, or some people who came from up north, they would trailer these cars here.
Right.
So
Right.
that way they don't mess the paint up.
Right.
But people who are local,
Or the mileage.
they're all driven here. So all the cars in our crew, starting from back there where that blue flag is.
Oh yes,
See that
yes,
blue
yes,
flag right
yes,
there? From
yes.
there, all the way to where that black flag is. These are all our crew. This is all our crew.
That's all clear crew.
That's all our crew. It's all clean culture. It does
to make
but-
them look like this.
It does, but most of it is a hobby.
Uh-huh.
Like I've had my car for 6 years, and I do a little bit of it, at a time. So
I see.
It's taken me 6 years to do this.
Got it.
So people, like most of these guys who don't, they don't have any other hobbies, or they don't do anything else. This is like our form of release, relieving the stress.
And is it?
And it's something we love.
You guys can come on by. We're just
So-
talking about the car here.
So
Well, when
some
I'm
people
going to
go
guess
dancing. Some people go dancing. Some people like to drink. Some people like to, go travel.
right, right.
Some people like to do this. Then oil changes and stuff like that.
It's a beautiful
So-
car. Yeah, and so
yeah.
the kids are growing up
Yeah,
into
kids
the
are
same
growing up
skills.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
So-
and you're married 3 years ago.
3 years.
Any assistance on your car?
Not yet. Just support.
No
Just
mechanics coming along anytime soon?
Not yet.
Well, pardon me for sounding like a grandfather, but why not? This is a beautiful
इसको छोड़ने
car,
को मैं बाद में लगा
and
लूंगा।
that
सिर्फ only
the time you have to
this-
spend, I think it may be more than a hobby. I think it might come under the category of a passion.
Right. Exactly.
Thanks for watching, viewers, and I'm still enjoying